Okay, I think it's time to start. Because, you know, we have a few guests here and they might have to get back to their work. First of all, I see we have a new member here. His name is Mike Brown, and he is an intern, and he's going to be joining us this year. And he lives in the area, although he says, darn, I have to go around the block because he'll have to, you can't go directly down County Road 5 anymore. The airport has blocked it, so he's going to have to go a long way around. Anyway, welcome, Mike. And we don't have all members here, but we have quite a few. And we have two guests. We have Lindsay Katerina, who is the Purdue Wellness Coordinator, and Gabby Parrish, who we have, you know, just said that she is the Church Community Services Director. So first, Lindsay, would you introduce yourself and tell why you are here at this meeting?
Yeah, hey, my name is Lindsay Katerina. I work for Purdue Extension Elkhart County. I'm the Community Wellness Coordinator. I started that in just a little over a year, started in January 2020. And I'm just here to connect with you all. I talked with Ann and a few other Master Gardeners back in January, I believe,
Right.
because there was a grant opportunity through Purdue Nutrition Education Program, which is the program that I'm under, and the Master Gardeners. So it was called a Growing Together Mini Grant, and it was up to $1,000. But the timing of it was just kind of off, so we didn't apply for it this year. But I just to let you know that it's an opportunity for possibly next year if they get the grant funds again. So something to think about. I can go over just a few quick little aspects of the grant. So it is for to either start, convert, or maintain a donation garden, which provides the produce to some sort of food pantry, local agency, CCS. So it can be, I thought that it had to be a master garden, but it can actually be any garden. And so Gabby, if there's a garden that needs funds for possibly next year, it could be used towards that. It's for, there's a whole list of what the funds are used for, seeds, small gardening tools, fertilizer, and other things like that. But the thing with it is that in order to have the grant work, we need other partners like you all, Master Gardeners. So the Master Gardener, they would kind of the role of them, they would, we need some sort of education piece. So if you all want to come out to whichever garden is our donation garden that year, teach about healthy soil or, you know, something related to gardening. And then we'd have to have a nutrition education piece, which we have HHS coordinators at Purdue Extension that can help with that. And then also just track, you know, the amount of produce that you donate. So I just wanted to let you guys know, just kind of keep that in mind for next year. It's a possibility to, you know, start or maintain a donation or convert one. So hopefully have that grant available for us next year. So
yeah, I think the grant opens in October, and we will discuss this, you know, this summer, and possibly put in for a grant when it opens up in October.
Mm-hmm.
And we will be connecting with you, you know, as
Yep.
time goes on.
Yep, sounds great. Yeah, thank you for having me here today. I'm interested in in helping out at your garden too, out at the airport. I told Ann to let me know, and I'd love to come out and help and volunteer out there. So.
Oh, good. We're going to give you some really great opportunities.
Yeah, give me some work to do. I'm ready.
Okay. And our next guest is Gabby Parrish. And Gabby has been, saving seeds for us. She has some seeds for us. I gave her this huge list of plants that we could use, as many collards as we could get, and others. And she said that she can grow these for us. And how is that coming, Gabby?
Yeah, so it's actually coming really nicely. We overestimated at some point how many collards and broccoli we should have grown because we've already started those. And our entire greenhouse, like one table, is just full of collards and broccoli and Brussels sprouts and also some tiny little tomatoes. But it looks good, and we think we can. I have the seeds ready, so we just need to work out how to get you at least the seed packets, and then the plant starts will be obviously the cool weather crops will be ready in April. And then the other crops obviously will be ready in mid-May. So
can you babysit those cold weather crops for a while? We don't get things in until May, actually.
Okay. So I believe so. Some of them might be in pretty big shape by then, but I think we can make that happen.
Okay. All right. Any changes to church community service?
Yeah. I actually just started last. When did I start? I started the end of last July. So I took over for Chelsea, who is the seed feed director before me, and so it's all very new to me. But there's been a lot of great changes. So one, there's been 2 additional people added to the team of Seed to Feed. One is our garden hand, who is really the one helping grow all the plant starts for the 20 different gardens that we currently have, and maybe 22 this year, actually. We've grown quite a bit in the last year, just with 4 more gardens. So that's exciting. And other than that, our other program that maybe I don't know if you guys have heard about is part of Seed to Feed. It's called Teen Growers, where we're doing a teen internship for high school students 3 times a year, so they can learn how to garden and how to grow their own food as a part of our efforts to fight food insecurity. So that is something that's been really big in the last year and going into this year. So yeah, we actually did our first session this year just started Saturday. So we are a half a weekend almost.
Okay, great.
And can I meet with Gabby to pick up the seeds?
Yes.
Okay, I'll do the seed picking up.
Okay, great.
Okay, can I have your number real quick, or?
Yeah, I'll put it in the chat. That way you
Okay.
can text me or call me about when you're available to pick up.
Okay, are you available tomorrow by any chance?
I am available tomorrow. I'll be here from I think tomorrow's a little shorter day, and so 9 to 3 if you're able to do any time between then.
Okay, I'll do tomorrow. I'll be in the Elkhart area tomorrow.
Great.
Anytime between 9 to 3, or?
Just send me a text when you're here.
Okay, perfect. Thanks.
Okay, and thanks, Lorette. Yes, sure. Lorette, charge of seeds and plants, mostly seeds, and so great. And Lorette will be able to see the greenhouse and what's going on there.
Yeah.
Okay.
One thing I forgot to mention, as I'm sure you guys all got the email, but I connected with the city farmers 4-H club. They're hosting a seed donation drive from April 1st through May 1st. There's 4 site drop-offs. So one's at Purdue Extension, CCS, Family Christian Development in Napanee, and the Bristol Library. So if you have any seeds that you would like to donate, they have to be unopened and not expired. That would be lovely. And they benefit Seed to Feed. So they will either help, go in the gardens, or they also give out seeds to pantry clients. So they'll either be donated in one of those 2 ways. So.
Okay. All right. Moving on here. Lorette, will you continue to do the garden plan?
Yep.
And rotation? I just wanted to make sure
Yep.
that we're on board with that.
Yep.
And this year, we need to discuss additions and deletions from the garden. Our peppers have not done well in the last few years, and we kicked around the idea of eliminating peppers and maybe going to another crop. Heidi has suggested sweet potatoes. And we can expand our melon patch because that went very well last year. What do you think? Should we drop peppers and start sweet potatoes? Any other crop that we could use that, Gabby, do you have a crop that you would like to have us grow, something other than the usual beans, collards?
So glad you said beans, because I was like, obviously beans. Honestly, nothing particular than what you already are growing.
Okay.
There's nothing that really stands out. We've encouraged some of the other gardens this year to pick up to grow more of what the pantry needs, and so hopefully that will be the varieties will be covered.
Okay, so what does everybody think about growing sweet potatoes?
I'd love it.
Sure.
I've never grown them, but it sounds great.
I can remember one of my sons grew sweet potato plant. I think they're easy to start, but I've never grown them in the garden at all. Has anyone grown sweet potatoes at all?
I have.
Okay, Mike, how'd that go?
About those bugs, those potato bugs on the sweet potatoes, or are they different? Mike, did you have a problem with bugs?
No, I grew 4 different kinds of potatoes, and sweet potatoes was one of them, and I didn't have any. Oh, I had a little bit, but I use neem oil, and that they're Japanese beetles is what I bought. So
Well, you should.
This is Eva. Actually, I grow a couple last year in my garden at the community garden, but they were just like 2.
Hey, what?
No problems. No problems at all. No.
Good. Okay.
They took a long time though. They took a long time.
Yeah. Well, that's something that needs to get in the ground pretty early.
do you grow potatoes in general?
I do, but I didn't there. I grow at home, potatoes at home.
Because living up north of town, it's so sandy. Potatoes do really good for me. Man, I get tons of potatoes. So.
Good.
But I feel like potatoes are a lot easier than sweet potatoes. Well, at least to me. But it was the first year, so maybe, yeah, I need more expertise.
Okay. Well, we can always try it and see what happens. It'll be something entirely new. I don't believe in all my years of community gardening out there that we have planted sweet potatoes. Sue, do you recall any?
One year we did, they didn't do too badly. It was new for us, but we didn't get a huge crop of them, but they did grow.
Okay, well,
So, I mean,
we
not
will
a huge,
try. We will try.
yeah,
As
you
far-
should. They're hard because you can't get them in too early and they take a long time to mature, but they have to have warm weather. So that's tricky.
Mhm.
Once
Okay.
they're growing, oh well.
All right,
Yeah,
well,
Well,
we will try it. And it'll be in addition to our garden. We'll see what happens. We won't know unless we try it.
right.
And,
Okay,
and,
yes.
Barry Martin used to start sweet potatoes. So I wonder if that's something that should be started, you know, like now, and then have the plants to put in the garden, if anybody has that know-how. But he used to offer us plants way back when. So I know he started them early, and like everyone's saying, they take a long time. So maybe we need a head start on them if we're actually going to try it. Just a suggestion.
Okay.
I can kind of give we have some of our gardens that grow slips. That's what the plants starts are called. They're called slips for the sweet potatoes. We don't grow them in our greenhouse. That's not something we grow, but I could get you in contact with one of the gardens where they get their slips. And so you guys can get slips from them.
Okay, that'd be great.
Sure.
And if you send me the contact information, or, you know, Lorette, you'll see her tomorrow, give her the contact information,
Great.
and we can go on from there. All right. Thanks, Gabby.
No problem.
Okay, moving on. The garden will be tilled. I've talked with Andy Jones. The garden will be tilled by April 7th. And he is bringing out a load of wood chips, one load. And we need to stake and string the garden. All plots have been spoken for. We need to stake and string it out, and we need volunteers for that little activity. I will be out there. Usually Christy Eggendorfer. I don't think Christy's on, but I'll contact Christy and see if she can be out there. We need about 5 people. Last year, it took us a little less than an hour. We really moved out last year. It was great weather. It took us about an hour and we were finished with that job. Do I have any volunteers here? For
I can
stake-
do it on the 14th.
Okay, Meg can do it on the 14th. I have 2 dates here on the agenda. Wednesday, April 14th at noon, and Thursday, and if it rains, okay, making it Thursday, the 15th, also at noon. So Meg can come the 14th. Do I have any other volunteers?
Heidi can come.
I think I can.
Karen?
I can come either day.
Me too.
Okay, Karen, either day. Anybody else?
I can.
Okay, Mike?
I can. You have me? Lorette.
Oh, okay, Lorette.
It's me.
Okay, Mike, any day?
Yeah.
Okay,
What time are we looking at, Ann?
noon. We don't want to get out there too early because it's too cold in the
Yeah.
morning. And Lorette? Any
Yeah.
day?
Yep, either day. I'm good.
All right. That gives me 4 people, and that.
I can
and
help.
myself. Who said that?
Heidi.
Oh, Heidi. I don't recognize voice on these Zoom things. Okay, all right. I
And
think
before we go on, can I just make sure I've got the names for the minutes? I've got, I've got yourself and Heidi, Meg, Karen, Mike, and Lorette. Is that right?
Right,
Okay, thanks.
and possibly Christy, but I haven't contacted her yet.
Okay.
It depends on her work schedule. Okay, that's great. And I have opening day here, Saturday, the 17th at 9, with a rain date of Saturday, the 24th, also 9. Those are 2 Saturdays
At 9, Ann?
at 9 in the morning. We need to outline our spot. And other gardener out there is responsible for their own wood chipping around the border. I've made that quite plain in emails to them. So what do you think about those opening day dates?
Sounds like
Okay, last year we had, I think about 4 or 5 people. I know Jenny was out there. I know Sue was out there. I think Lorette was out there last year, but we could have used a few more people. Karen was out there because she was doing her pollinator garden. And we need a few more people because we need to shovel those wood chips and we need to put down cardboard. And speaking of cardboard, I have cardboard in the shed. Maybe it would go around half our plot, but I need more cardboard. So if anybody has a source for cardboard, or if cardboard from your Amazon shipments are piling up, if you could break those down and take off the, plastic tape and bring it out to the garden, that'd be great. And anything we have left over, of course, we have the Pollinator Garden. And this year, in addition to our 4 plots, we need to help Karen with the Pollinator Garden. I know Jenny did that last year, but when I left the garden, poor Karen was out there shoveling those wood chips. So I don't think we should abandon her this year. I think the Pollinator Garden is actually, part of our commitment to the rest of the gardeners. So we would need to outline the Pollinator Garden as well.
So Ann, I don't know if you saw, but Ava said in a chat that she had lots of cardboard.
Oh, great, great.
and
Ava
we were
just
able to
bring-
tap into Christy too from Linton's.
That's right.
right.
I have a lot of cardboard I plan to bring.
Okay, great. As I said, there can't be too much. If we do have some left over, we can give it to other gardeners. But we were a little short last year on the cardboard. And so we need a little bit more this year. Again, I have some in the shed. All right. So that'd be great. Of those attending here, who could make it on opening day on the 17th?
I can. Jenny.
Jenny and
Heidi.
Meg
Meg, I hope.
and Karen and Diane
Heidi.
and
Ooh,
Heidi.
I'll make it.
Lindsay can make it.
Oh,
can come.
that's right. Put her to work.
Yeah, put me to work.
Can I be a tentative, because I think that's the weekend we're going to see my son who moved in a new house in Milwaukee, but I'll have to check.
That's okay.
Okay.
Sometimes things come up. We're very flexible here. You
Yeah.
know, if
Well,
somebody
they are.
really can't make it, they can't make it.
Well,
So-
I don't know. I think it might be the next weekend, but I'm not sure. I gotta check with the wife.
All right, yeah, check with the scheduler, right?
Yeah.
In the past, actually, it's been all hands on deck if you can make it, because we just
Okay.
everybody, but you know, stuff happens, life goes on, and
yeah.
if you can.
Right. And I think I explained to you, Mike, we do garden Tuesdays at 9. If you can't make it, you can't
Okay.
make
Yeah.
a lot of people travel or they have appointments and sometimes it's just not possible.
Actually, the weekdays are better for me than the weekends now. It's funny now that you retire. So
Yeah, right. There's your time.
And just
Okay.
we'll need wheelbarrows and rakes and shovels, right?
Yes. And I'll send out an email, you know, telling people to bring those things. When the time comes, and let's hope we can open it on the 17th. If it rains or if we get a blizzard, we're going to put that off until the 24th. But hopefully the weather will be good. We can get this, you know, border on, and we can then the following Tuesday start planting. We'll start, you know, getting our rows. All right. Jenny, did you get all the names of those people who could make it the 24th? Is there anybody in this group who can't make it on the 24th? Okay. All right. Then everybody can. Great. As Heidi said, you know, all hands on deck here. Makes the work go very fast. We're down to soil test and amendment. I think we need a soil test our soil again. According to Heidi, we haven't had a soil test since 2013.
No, 16.
2016. So it's been 5 years, and I think we need another soil test, and Heidi has agreed to make the test, take it to, where were you going to take it, Heidi?
Ron Martin.
Ron Martin, okay. And we'll do a soil test. Soil amendment. Normally we have leaves put on the garden, but Sue and I were having problems coordinating between the leaves and the tilling. Actually, the leaves should be put, I think, on in the fall, so they can be there, you know, all season. So I told Sue to eliminate the leaves this year. We'll have a soil test. We'll definitely see, you know, what the garden needs. And of course, we will continue to amend as we plant. All right. I think I've told you that the garden will be tilled. We're down to weed control. I think we have plenty of landscape fabric. I don't think we need any more. Last year, I brought some extra that I had used in a garden out there. So I think we're covered with the landscape fabric. I think we're covered with the staples that we were using. And I don't think we will need any more landscape fabric this year. Next year might be different. I don't think this landscape fabric lasts forever. And Lorette was the one who, you know, obtained that for us and did a great job.
Can I make a point about the staples? It seems like the staples don't go down deep enough in our sandy soil. I remember going to the garden and I'd check our vegetable garden and I'd have to keep putting those down. I'd have to re-put the staples down on the fabric landscape when I went.
Yeah, the wind picks up that landscape fabric and sometimes those staples do come out. I think that is, I don't think that they come in sizes. I
Oh.
haven't seen
I
them.
thought maybe they would be longer, you know, go down deeper.
Yeah,
I haven't
I don't know. We might look for longer staples and see, but as far as I know, when I've picked them up, they don't come. They just
That's
come
the only size.
inside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the wind out there that just, you know, picks up that landscape fabric and just pulls those
Oh,
staples
yeah.
sometimes. All right. We have purchased some things for the garden already. Heidi has purchased short stakes because our short stakes are very old and we need to resupply. So she's picked those up, and she has also picked up a gallon of fish emulsion so we can fertilize with that.
It always
And
smells so good.
we could throw it on and then leave in a hurry. So, you know, we have that covered. We are going to need eventually some tomato stakes. And our tomato stakes are, I think, 6 feet. But they are getting old. And the points on them, you know, at the end of the stake are wearing and disintegrating. They're rotting away. And so this year we might invest in some tomato stakes. I don't think we'll need them at the beginning of the season, but maybe, you know, towards the end, we might purchase some tomato stakes. I think they are 2x2 stakes. And I'm thinking if we purchase the wood, maybe we could talk a master gardener into making the point at the end in order to get them in the ground. I was thinking of Dan Carlson. That's who I was thinking of because he is a woodworker. But
I can cut
and
them. I am too. I can cut them.
Oh, can you cut them, Mike? That'd be
I
great.
have a big wood shop.
Ah, how wonderful. All right. I didn't know that. You have that job. We would need 30 stakes.
30. Okay. So just regular 2x2s, not.
I think I'm guessing on that. They're out there. We're just going to have to, you know,
Oh, okay.
measure definitely the height and you know what the depth
Is
of the
there
wood is.
electric at the garden?
What?
Is there electric at the garden? Electricity?
No,
No. Okay.
no, there isn't. So that would have to be done, you know, elsewhere.
That's fine. Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, we'll be seeing about that this year then. All right. Thanks. Okay. I have at the very end of this agenda, new community garden coordinators be thinking. I will carry through this year, but I wish to pass the baton on to somebody else. If you are interested in doing the emailing, setting up the meetings, you know, seeing to tilling and, you know, this kind of thing, please let me know. So I think that spending 3 years doing this is enough and that somebody else needs to take over. All right, anybody?
Good job, man. I thought it was a lifetime job.
No, it's not a lifetime job, Marilyn. No, it's not. And so, you know, somebody is going to have to take over after this year. I have a
We've
big
done it.
3-ring binder. I have a timeline. I have everything pretty well set. And I would just pass that 3-ring binder on to somebody else. Okay. Anybody have anything else
I do.
to add? Karen?
Yes. The shed, is there any way that I might use the shed?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't know how, but it
Oh.
might be nice for me to store a few tools or something in there so I don't have to bring them every time I come.
I thought you were using the shed.
No.
Okay. All right. The shed. And I'm glad you brought that up because Mike has no idea about the shed. We do have a big shed out there.
Yeah, I went by.
And we have a padlock on it. And the secret to opening that padlock is 2020, 2020.
Okay, it's a combination.
And it's a combination, right?
I thought combinations had 3 numbers.
Not this one.
Okay. All right.
It's
okay.
All right. It's 2020.
Could I put a wheelbarrow in there too? Is there room for such a thing?
We have a wheelbarrow in there.
Oh, okay. I can borrow that.
You can, yeah.
Okay. That would be great. That would be great.
Yeah.
Okay.
You can use that shed anytime. Only Master Gardeners are permitted to use the shed. We are not opening that shed up to other gardeners out there. That would be horrible. Already, that garden shed is pretty well stuffed.
Oh, okay.
And but if you have tools, you know, you want to bring out, yes. I'm sorry, Karen.
That's okay.
That's awful, bringing stuff back and forth like that.
It's a little difficult in my Honda Fit.
Okay. All right. Anything else?
Do you want us to bring water or anything for like the opening day?
That would be good. I'm hoping that by opening day, the water will be turned on out there. But yes, bringing bottled
Meant
water.
drinking water.
Yes.
Yeah.
It would be a good idea to bring drinking water. And maybe, you know, you can bring snacks. I'll bring some snacks.
Good.
At this point, we can do a little bit more sharing now that people are getting vaccinated. And we are still going to have to be careful at the garden. And, you know, stay away, socially distance. Actually, we did a pretty good job of socially distancing last year. And we were masked as well last year. And I think at the beginning, we should continue with that until vaccinations open up for everyone. And I think that's supposed to happen by May in this state, that you know, vaccinations will be available to everyone, but we'll take precautions. It worked well last year. Even with the other gardeners, you know, it worked well. There was no problem. Okay, anything else?
Do we know which plots people will have yet? Have you mapped out the plots?
Yes, I have. And I think I will put a map on the sign. Or maybe in the mailbox. Maybe I'll put, you know, 2 maps out there so that people know. Yeah.
Like, I know I'm doing the pollinator one and I'm doing another. I'm
Yeah.
not sure which way I'm going on the other one.
Okay. All right. Your garden is right next to the pollinator garden.
Okay, is it to the north or is it to the, what would it be, the
East.
east?
It
It's
is,
to the east?
it's to the north. It's
It's to the north, okay.
right.
Okay. And how do I pay you for that?
I don't know.
When I see you, I guess.
I
One of
am
these
trying to figure that.
at
How
the stake,
can I-
maybe.
How can I contact all these gardeners? Because you have to sign a contract. Gardeners must sign a contract. And this year we are charging for the plot, $10 for each plot and $8 for any subsequent plot. We do have a couple of gardeners out there who have 3 plots, 2 plots. And I don't know, I'm trying to figure out how I should handle that. Does anybody have any ideas how I could do this?
Well, maybe when we see the people out there that are doing the plots, if it's a master gardener that's there, we could take their $10 and give it to you. I don't know. I would do that for you because I tend to see the gardeners a lot out there when I'm out working. Because
Yeah, I definitely, well, opening day, I definitely, will be out there. And if other gardeners are out there, I can give them the contract and collect the fee.
Okay.
For others, I'm, just trying to figure out how I can do that. I even thought about mailing a contract and putting in a, self-addressed envelope so they could mail or send back to me a check for the fee and our copy of the contract. But I just haven't made any decision. I'll try opening day and try and catch as many as I can at that time. If I miss a lot, I will figure something else out. Okay, any other suggestions?
And, it might be good for you to send them an email again and just to say that you'll have those contracts there that day and they should come prepared to fill out the contract and bring the money then.
I will do that because I will definitely, I have to send an email to them anyway, because definitely we are opening the garden on the 17th and give them the rain date, give them other pertinent information. So I will, discuss that with them or put that in there too. Thanks, Jenny.
I just wanted to mention that I know that it seems like you guys have the cardboard taken care of that you need. If in the future you ever need a lot of cardboard, CCS always has a lot of cardboard that we'd be more than happy to give to you many times, all the time. So
hey, great.
I just wanted to say, but it looks like you had quite a bit of people say that they can help out with cardboard, but just thinking for the future, if it's a year or two that you guys need cardboard and you don't have that source, please call us or call me. The other thing is I'm actually disappointed because the April 24th, you guys will be meeting. I know that didn't include me. I'm sad because I was hoping to at least come out. Unfortunately, I can't that day because that is our teen growers day of building raised beds at Spa Ministries. And so, which is exciting, but I would love to come see your guys' plot sometime. Can anyone just come out on Tuesday at 9 a.m. during the season?
Yes.
Okay. So I'd love to see your guys' setup and visit.
And you don't have to come Tuesday at 9. You can go anytime. I mean, it is the entrance to the airport.
Okay. Okay. Great.
So yeah, just drive by. Don't hesitate to just drive up and get out of the car and poke around. And we have some gardeners who rig up a lot of things, to protect their garden, or they get small things in their garden that are, quite interesting. So it's fun to see those gardeners and what they do with their garden.
Yeah, I bet. Okay, cool.
Great, great. Anybody have anything else to add?
We are totally organic. Is that true?
Yes, we are.
Okay, just to be sure, like I had a hard time last year with some pests, and I didn't know what I could put on my plants. So I just used a little detergent in a water bottle. It didn't really work.
And that's what we use too.
Yeah, it didn't work very well, but that's really what we can do, correct?
Right. Any organic compound.
There's other organic compounds such as neem oil or diatomaceous earth. Those things are also organic pesticides. So you have other options.
Okay, could you, okay, are those the only two? Okay.
No,
Do you have a way I could find out which ones we can use?
Christy Eggendorfer.
Okay.
Give you all the information you need.
Okay, I'll contact her because I need to do a little bit better than I did last year. I got my squash plants in the middle going and then they were immediately consumed. And I saw bugs everywhere.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
We have problems with squash bugs and we have used, the things that, Gabby mentioned. And Christy Eggendorfer is actually wonderful on organic control. So she can tell you exactly what to do.
Okay, that's great.
All right. Anybody else have anything to add? Okay, well, I think that's it then. So we have people for Steak and String, we have opening day situated, and we've covered a lot of things we needed to cover this morning. All right, so we'll say goodbye then, and thank you, Jenny, for taking notes. Jenny is going to send me the notes, and then I will send those notes out to all of you. Okay?
Good meeting
you, Ann.
Thank you, Ann.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay. And thanks, Lindsay and Gabby for attending.
It was great meeting you guys. I hope to see you in person soon.
All right.
We'll
Bye.
look forward.
Have a
Bye.
good rest of the week.